and welcome back to Func. I'm Caitlin Wong.
And I'm Avery Johnson.
Thanks for tuning in today, and happy St. Patrick's Day. Have you done anything festive today, Avery?
I definitely wore my green. You did too,
as did I. I felt like I had to, even though I don't usually wear green.
I don't really either.
Because I just knew that I had a lot of friends that would have pinched me if I didn't.
Yep.
And so I was not risking it. And I woke up this morning and I was like, I have to. It's the only green thing I own.
Right? This is like the only green thing I have. So I was like, I'll just wear this today and it'll have to do. Maybe a fun claw clip, but that's about it.
Right. We've had some nice weather to start off this week. So let's look at the weather forecasts for the next few days. Today has been sunny with a high of 59 degrees and a low of 44. Tomorrow it's expected to be sunny with the temperatures that should rise to a high of 69 and a low of 40. Then on Wednesday it's predicted that we will have partially cloudy skies with a high of 72 and a low of 46. Then on Thursday there's a 50% chance of rain with cloudy skies, a high of 59 and a low of 42. Hopefully the weather won't be too bad that day, but be sure to enjoy the nice weather the next few days this week.
Today's word of the day is limerick, meaning a humorous rhyming poem of 5 lines. It can be used in the context of sentences such as, my limerick received a prize for the funniest poem at the open mic night, or the man was enthralled with her and wrote her a limerick.
There are a number of CLPs happening this week, so there's plenty to choose from if you need to snag some extra credits. Tomorrow night on Tuesday, March 18th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. in Furman Hall 214, the History Department will be hosting a seminar titled Feeling It Out, Playing It Out, featuring Dr. James Trey Wellborn, Associate Professor of History at Georgia College and State University at Midgenville, Georgia. He will draw from his 2 recently published books, Dueling Cultures, Damnable Legacies, Southern Violence, and White Supremacy in the Civil War Era, and Playing at War, Identity and Memory in Civil War video games, to show how analyzing the emotional lives of white Southerners in the Civil War era and the content and context of modern Civil War video games both capture essential aspects of American cultural history during the continuous Civil War era itself, and its consistent memory and legacy in pop culture through the present day.
Then, on Wednesday, March 19th, from 6:30 to 8 p.m. in the Trone Student Center Burgess Theater, Student Life will be hosting Sex in the Dark, an annual event where students can anonymously ask our panel of experts questions about sexuality, gender, relationships, and identity in an open, intellectual space. The event aims to offer meaningful conversations about complex social and cultural issues surrounding sexuality, offering a safe and inclusive environment for exploration. Join us for an insightful Q&A panel that aims to broaden your perspective of sexuality and relationships. These are just 2 examples of the events happening this week. To get to the full list of details, check out the CLP calendar on the Furman website.
Now for this Today's in History segment. On March 17th, 461 AD, St. Patrick died in Saul, Downpatrick, Ireland. He was best known for spending 40 years spreading Christianity throughout Ireland, which started in 433 AD. He is best known for his legend that he drove the snakes out of Ireland. Today, millions of people celebrate the anniversary of his death through St. Patrick's Day. This celebration takes place through a day of celebration of Irish culture.
Now for today's top news stories. The Malden Police Department is searching for a man who was reported missing over the weekend. Family of 34-year-old Justin Soto have said that he was last seen in Malden on this past Saturday night. He is described as 5 feet 7 inches tall and 160 pounds, last seen wearing a black Columbia shirt, gray shorts, and gray sandals. Soto may have traveled to the Boiling Springs area in his gray Chevy Silverado with SC tag number 490 ASY. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to contact Detective Wilson with the Malden Police Department at 864-289-8983.
A school bus driver known in his community for going above and beyond went viral when one of his acts of kindness touched the hearts of strangers. Larry Farish Jr., a 35-year-old bus driver in Louisville, Kentucky, noticed a little boy named Levi was having a rough morning. He described the situation, stating, "Normally when I pull up, he's standing there waiting for me with a big smile, but on this day, he was sitting on the ground with a jacket over his head. I asked him, 'Hey buddy, what's going on? What's wrong?' That's when Levi, a first grader at Englehart Elementary School, explained through tears that he didn't have pajamas for pajama day. Farish Jr. closed the doors and watched as Levi slid into the seat away from his friends. Farish Jr. said knowing that Levi wanted to participate but couldn't filled him with sadness. So, after he finished up his morning routes, he headed to a Family Dollar store and purchased 2 pairs of pajamas for Levi. He then headed over to Levi's school to make sure things were right and told him, 'You were hurting this morning, you were crying, so I got you these pajamas.' The two shared a heartwarming moment that Farish Jr. described as Levi being so excited that you should have seen how his face lit up. Farish Jr. adds that Levi hugged the pajamas to his chest. Mr. Larry, as the kids called him, turned Levi's whole day around. In a news release, Levi said, 'I can tell Mr. Larry is nice, and his heart is filled with joy. When he got me the pajamas, I did a happy cry.' For moments like this, Farish Jr., who previously worked as a correctional officer and a truck driver, says he found his calling and commented that, 'I've been driving buses for 7 years. It's my passion because I get to build bonds with the children.' He says, 'I truly love every minute of it.' To add to the heartwarming excitement, after Jefferson County Public Schools posted on its Facebook what Farish Jr. did for Levi, people started sharing their own stories. That one user posted, 'Mr. Larry is the absolute best. We were blessed with him as our bus driver for 4 years. Top-notch human.' Added another, 'Larry is the absolute best, and kiddos now know they are in great, caring, capable hands with him.'
This past weekend, we had some cool happenings on campus. Friday night, there was a double header in the arts with the first Furman Film Festival. Furman communication student Ava Schutze put together the festival that featured many student works.
Also on Friday night, Func Radio hosted their first music festival called Full Moon Festival that featured multiple student bands. Speaking of student bands, FUSAV has announced their spring concert, and the 502s will be coming to campus. Tickets are now on sale.
I'm really excited. I've heard a couple of their songs. It's going to be really good.
I am actually incredibly excited. When I heard about it, I was like, I don't know who that is, actually, because I keep on in my brain thinking that they're the 405s, knowing that that is fully incorrect. But I actually have multiple of their songs on a lot of my playlists.
Yeah,
so
it's going to be a good time.
I'm very excited. I can't wait to get my tickets. Thank you for tuning in today's show. Please contact us at can'tstopthefunc@gmail.com to submit story ideas for next week. I'm Caitlin Wong.
And I'm Avery Johnson.